Hey guys, Josh here, and today I'm going to be talking about the 2016 Manifesto for RS3. So there's a lot of major content in here, and it looks really interesting to see what they have in store for us next year. Looking from the list, there's at least one major update every month of the year, so that's crazy. I mean, that sounds so much better than last year and previous years. There's just so much content here. It looks like an amazing year if they can deliver on all of this. But I'm just going to go over a few of the things that interest me the most. I picked out 4 here, and the first one is Invention. So this is coming out on the 25th of January. We finally have a release date, and this is just going to change so much about the game. This is going to really, I mean, it influences like essentially everything from combat to skilling, and it's going to affect so much. So I'm really excited about this. They said with Invention, it's more of not everything will be released at once. They want to just keep adding to it throughout the years and just seeing like where they can take the skill. And as it is the first elite skill, they kind of, I guess they're not quite sure where to go with it. They need to kind of test it out, see what people say about it before they can decide what to do with like what they can keep adding to it really. But yeah, Mention's looking really good, and I mean on release, I think like the main features will be there, like all the perks and dismantling your stuff and leveling up your weapons or whatever. Like all that stuff will be there on release, but they'll just like add like different tech trees they were talking about and things like that, and more perks and everything. So that will be really quite interesting, and I can't wait for that one. The second one is God Wars Dungeon 2, and I'm so excited for this one. I mean, God Wars Dungeon is probably one of my favorite pieces of content. The 4 bosses was like where I started PvM, and next to this day is still probably my favorite boss in the game. To solo or to duo, whatever. It's just that's one of the bosses that's really like done well through the years. I mean, it's still such a fun piece of content to do. So I'm super excited for this. And now that, I mean, I can't remember when it was released. Maybe I think it's 2007, 2008. The original God Wars came out. So now they've had a good like 7 or 8 years. I really hope that this is just even more amazing on like a much bigger scale. Be absolutely insane to see what they can do with this, and I hope they do stick with the 4 bosses and then like a super hard boss underneath it or whatever, like wherever they decide to put it. But I hope they kind of stick with that layout, and I'm really excited. I don't think they've said what bosses are coming, but I think something to do with Tusker will definitely be in there. I'm not sure what else, but yeah, I mean, it's an absolutely huge PvM update, so I can't wait for that one. That's going to be amazing. The next thing is the NXT Client, which, I mean, I saw the stream the other day, and it's really looking quite good in terms of like you can see so much further, just the detail they put into it, like the water looks amazing, just in general, like all the lighting and everything just looks so much better than the current client. So I'm really quite looking forward to this, and apparently basically every computer is supposed to have a performance boost with this compared to Java, so I mean that's definitely not bad. Even if you don't care about the visuals, it's going to run better, so there's always that. And I think the main thing they were stressing on the stream is literally they just want everyone to play on this client so they can get rid of Java, and that will really like get rid of some of the limitations they have currently. So I mean, considering there's not really any downside to playing the NXT client, hopefully they can phase out Java fairly quickly once they've smoothed out, you know, all the initial bugs and all that at launch. And there should be a beta coming out for that as well at some point next year. So I'm not sure when, and I'm not sure if it's going to be just members or everyone or how it's going to work. But I can't wait to play that as well if I can play the beta. That's really interesting to test that out. And that again just like really steps up the game. They can do a lot more with it once the new client's out, so I definitely can't wait for that one. And the final major piece of content was raids and a solo boss. So raids I'm not as excited for, just because I haven't actually done the current raids, and I probably won't for a while, just because it is like 10-man content, and that kind of isn't my thing. Like I prefer solo content, but just like the idea of raids though, it looked like the current one looks really cool. The boss mechanics look really good, so I'm really excited to see what they can do next time as well. And like the rewards as well. I'm sure they'll have something really good in store for there. But the solo boss, I mean, this is what I'm really excited for as well. Not only is there God Wars, there is raids and a solo boss. Like, that is a crazy year for PVM. So I'm really excited for the solo boss. Not quite sure what it's going to be. I mean, I'm not sure what it will drop either, because from God Wars, they could like fill out all the styles. So I mean, they could introduce like 95 gear. We don't know. The solo boss could introduce 95 gear, or they could reduce like more level 90 stuff, fill out the gaps a bit more. I don't really know what they're gonna do, but it's gonna be really interesting to see um, the rewards and the mechanics of all these new bosses. Like, I really can't wait. PVM in 2016 looks absolutely amazing. Some of the rest of the updates, like, there's a loads of quest stuff. There's a Gower quest, there's Sliske's Endgame, Face of the Gods 2, like the Barrows quest, there's a Vampire Fly. There's just so much in here um, in terms of quests. And then there's also a smithing and mining rework, which should be quite interesting, just to kind of balance that out. The one thing I did notice was there's nothing about ports, and so either they don't consider it a major update, or there isn't going to be a ports update. But I think for the past few years they've been updating ports in January, so it'll be a bit of a shame if they don't do anything this year, because I mean that's just a piece of content that like most people aim for when they get to a high level. So, and it's just really nice to do every day. So I hope they do something with ports as well. That would be really cool. But I mean, just judging from this list, it's going to be a really amazing year for updates. There's so much massive content here, and the PVM scene is just going to be insane. Add that to Invention, where you can customize all your weapons and all that, give them perks. It's just going to mix up everything. It's going to be such a good year. So I am really excited. Leave down in the comments what you guys think of some of these updates. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.